Spokane City Council members are trying to find a resolution to condemn white supremacy after racial slurs were spewed during a Gonzaga Black Student Union meeting.
On every turn, we make sure that the plane is wiped down clean.
With travel restrictions in place for many areas, we asked the question, is traveling during this pandemic really safe? We'll let you know tonight.
Dry conditions for the weekend in the forecast, but it's not exactly smooth sailing coming into next week with more rain and snow chances ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here tonight. And of course, happy Friday. We finally made it. I'm Regina On.
So it was important to speak out that as a city, this is not who we are. And council does not support hate on any level for anyone.
Spokane City Council members, including Betsy Wilkerson, who you just heard there, calling for a resolution to condemn white supremacy after a viral video showed members of Gonzaga's Black Student Union Zoom call hacked. About 2 weeks ago, hackers joined Gonzaga's Black Student Union Zoom meeting, then started using racial slurs. And today, Spokane Council members are calling for a change in light of this hate crime.
After Gonzaga University's Black Student Union Zoom meeting was hacked with racist language in early November, the Spokane City Council has issued a statement in solidarity with the students.
I was about ready to cry because it was so painful. And it's an experience that many folks of color have had.
Council member Betsy Wilkerson wants to lift up the voices of Black students on Gonzaga's campus. She and council members Michael Cathcart and Kate Burke are urging for a resolution condemning white supremacy and the spread of racial divisiveness.
The student can't make that kind of systemic change in Gonzaga or any other organization because they're not operating from a position of power.
BSU has issued a list of demands for the university to help students feel safer on campus. One of them is to enact tangible change and set goals to help protect students of color. Census data shows that Spokane is about 85% white, and Gonzaga University reports it's 75% white.
Do you think that in a predominantly white administration, in a predominantly white city, with a predominantly white campus, do you think they could even fathom what these students are going through?
I don't think they could. That's where I can play a part to amplify those voices, to keep the spotlight on and hold them accountable.
Gonzaga University is just a microcosm of the country, so Wilkerson wants to make changes for not just students of color, but every person of color.
As whether you're a student of Gonzaga or another person of color just walking down the streets of Spokane, it's all important, and they are all important to us to be safe.
Wilkerson has set up a meeting with the university president to create a resolution. Reporting in Spokane, Morgan Trow, KREM 2 News.
Today we are announcing a package of $135 million in economic support for Washington businesses as well as Washington families.
All right, you just heard that there, $135 million federal relief package coming for small businesses, workers, and families in Washington. Now, originally, the governor had announced a $50 million relief package, but he has now since doubled that. And the new package includes $70 million in business support grants, $30 million in business loans, $20 million for rental assistance, and that will also help landlords who aren't receiving any rent, and then $15 million will go towards energy assistance for low-income families. And some are saying that the relief package still isn't enough. Washington Hospitality Association CEO Anthony Anton said, quote, "The best relief for our operators and employees is to let us get back to work. We want to work with the governor to get our operators open again now, even if at reduced capacity, so we can earn enough to keep our workers employed during the holidays," end quote. According to Inslee, Washington is on the track to exhaust all of the state's coronavirus relief funds. And now to tracking the coronavirus. Today, Spokane Regional Health District announcing 227 new COVID-19 cases. 2 new deaths have been reported. Currently, 114 COVID-19 patients are hospitalized, 89 of which are Spokane County residents. In terms of the positivity rate or percent of positive tests, the state of Washington is sitting at about 7.9%. Meantime, Spokane County at 17.8%. The goal is to be under 2%. All right, meanwhile, over in North Idaho, the Panhandle Health District reporting 241 new coronavirus cases today. There are currently 67 people hospitalized. 99 people have died so far. New tonight, the Grand County Health District reporting coronavirus outbreaks at 3 long-term care facilities. The outbreaks are at McKay Healthcare and Rehab Center in Soap Lake, Lake Ridge Center, and Columbia Crest in Moses Lake. There have been 9 deaths of residents at McKay's Healthcare. 5 of those deaths have been confirmed they were due to COVID-19. The other 4 still pending. Isolation and quarantine strike teams from the Washington Department of Health have been requested to assist McKay at this time. In the meantime, Lake Ridge has reported 49 residents and 12 staff members who have tested positive for the virus. Columbia Crest have reported that 25 residents and 22 staff members have tested positive. Turning now to weather, definitely a sunshiny day today, perfect for a Friday in the inland Northwest. We're expected, though, to see a little bit more of it this weekend. Thomas Patrick joining me now from the Outdoor Weather Center. So, Thomas, how is it looking for the rest of this weekend?
Yeah, and first of all, happy Friday to you, Regina,
Yes.
and everybody at home. And I know that we were talking about, what's the big weather story? What extremes are heading our way? Really nothing, because we're pretty much just even keel. We're somewhere in between just having just a all sunny 7-day forecast and the other side, which would be like a big snowstorm or something. Somewhere in between is kind of where we fall, but more sunshine tap for tomorrow. In fact, we're mostly clear right now, and for a Saturday in November, I think we're going to find some time to enjoy the outdoors even during the afternoon hours. It's a little bit of a cool start down into the 30s, but we're low to mid 40s by the afternoon, and more sunshine basically all day long for Saturday. Going to be a fantastic weekend out ahead of us. But as we look closer towards not just this weekend where you see more 40s for tomorrow, even Thanksgiving, we still have more 40s in the forecast. This is pretty much just average or normal temperatures for about a week's time, but it's not going to be a dry week. I'm tracking both rain and some snow chances between now and Thanksgiving Day, and I'll have more on the timing of those storm systems in just a few minutes.
Hey, it doesn't look too bad, though. This week is so far so good, I have to say, with the sun especially.
Well, like I said, no extremes, so we'll just take the sunshine when we get it.
There you go. All right, Thomas, thanks so much for that. Well, the holidays are fast approaching. We'll tell you what the city has in store to make events fun and, of course, safe for families. Plus,
On every turn, we make sure that the plane is wiped down clean.
right now, with growing coronavirus concern, Washington is under a travel advisory. But what if you do have to travel? I dug into what airlines are doing to keep you and your family safe.